Minute after minute crawls by as I stare at the ceiling. Oh, okay. It's long after my last training session of the day. Sleep just won't take me, despite how exhausted I am. Ah. Well, there's only one thing I can do in this hour to keep myself preoccupied. Really? So, where should I farsee tonight? Should I attempt to look into the mires again? Well, you kind of did. Oh. Sorry about that. Should I attempt to look into the mires again? Well, oh yeah, I've already said this. I managed to make the image a bit clearer every time I do it. It leaves me with a terrible headache each time, though. Damn it, yeah. Or perhaps I could see what Ardena herself is doing. I thought about it earlier today, did we? Is she still the Empress when no one is looking? Well, what does she do when there is no one else watching her? I've heard that her quarters are in the castle's highest tower. I know that I've been unable to look into the castle in the past, but just like the mires, I'm learning how to bypass whatever is blocking me. If I just take a chance, I might be able to see what lies inside. What mysteries does the tallest tower of the capital hold? I guess I'll find out. I'm expecting a field moment. The first thing I do before I begin farseeing is clear my mind. Clearing my mind before I do what? Clearing my mind before I do is the best way to approach it. By sweeping away fear and doubt, I can concentrate and achieve the clarity I need. As I summon my courage, I can feel my mind leaving my body. You never get over the sense of vertigo that goes with farseeing. She did go into Akira's dream. The moment before you feel like you're falling through the world, fall in the black, until you can catch an updraft and direct yourself to where you want to go. Surprisingly, frogs? That sounded like a frog. Whatever was blocking me from farseeing before has disappeared. Oh. Bit by bit, my mind swims through the cosmos and begins to form a clear vision. It's blurry at first, but edges grow sharper and eventually focuses. I've always wondered what the Empress does when no one is looking. Again, I'm expecting a feel moment. And as my mind focuses, I see... Oh my. Is that a bridal outfit? I mean, I doubt because it's see-through, but... Oh, the music, definite feel moment. The Empress. It's a silken dress that barely covers anything at all, really. What was your first guess? Billowing in the wind, the silk shines in the moonlight. The cold light illuminates her skin too, making her seem even more ethereal and ghostly. It hardly seems appropriate for the leader of the capital. I feel so embarrassed for looking, but I can't look away. I'm never going to see anything like this again. Oh shit, oh god. I can only pull the bullshit card once, I'm not going to say it now. Who is watching me? Have allowed you to form a vision so that I may confront you. So it was a magical barrier. What business do you have spying on the Empress? Shit. The gift of farseeing is a rare one, but I know its presence all too well. So, Relen, why are you looking at me? A wandering eye can put you in dangerous places. You should know. I'm more wondering why she's barely wearing anything. Oh. Wait, what? That's what you're wondering about? She can hear my thoughts as well? Just what is this Empress meant to be? Oh, it's Scroll! It worked! Farseeing is not as one-sided as you think, guardsman. I can hear the whispers of your wandering spirit. Wait. Wait a minute, hold the phone. If you mean that you're not the only one that can hear that... Oh god, is that how they know we're farseeing? It's because our thoughts are being... oh god. Transmitted to the person we're farseeing. I mean, it would make sense in a dream. But this, maybe is that how Gwyn knows we're watching and she's just like, it's okay if you watch? Is that why she's already always in a compromising position? Damn it, shit. More on why I'm here dressed like this. I do not see why this is so unusual. She has a point. This is her quarters, after all. There was a time where we weren't ashamed of our bodies. Or rather, where shame didn't even exist as a concept. We did not cover ourselves, nor was there a need to. Besides, aren't you the one who is invading someone else's privacy? There we are. She does have a point. Why would she need to wear clothes when no one else is around? That is correct. It seems like a strange idea that I should need to wear clothes at all, in fact. I am not ashamed of my body that was given to me. Yet the council insists that I must be dressed when I go out into public. Well, times have changed, so yeah, I can understand where they're coming from, but in your own room you can be in your birthday suit all you want. There are times where I get tired of being an empress, but I know I cannot neglect my duty. People need their invincible empress above all else. To expose myself or show myself as vulnerable as human, that would mean they would lose sight of their ideal that the ideal I represent. For every doomsayer who walks the streets, they can look towards this tower and be reassured that their empress is with them. So that is my duty, to disguise my humanity, to be invincible, to be undying. Oh, fackety fack. It is only in these private moments that I can truly be human. To truly be myself. I wasn't expecting to get an idealistic lecture when I decided to be on this tower. My siblings have long left this world, but I must remain. I must endure the passage of time for the sake of my people. Wearing this silken dress and staring at the moon. Not having to hide my body beneath layers of cloth and leather. It reminds me of how the world was a long time ago. Of its green, rolling hills, its full moons, its blazing sun. Allowing the moonlight to grace my skin lets me relive it for a moment. What it truly means to be alive is to be happy. Her tone is nostalgic and longing. Whatever she is thinking of, she remembers it fondly. I can also understand why she longs for the world she knew. I yearn to be able to return to my old life too. Even though the world around me has changed, that does not mean I have to forget the past. I do not think that this is the best way to spend your time, Relen. Your journey only begins in a few days. You must be well rested and prepared. Spying on your empress is not an appropriate way to do that. Leave me to my memories. In shame, I immediately begin to pull myself back to my own body. We got a few moment. So this is it. We just finished our last training session. We still gotta have that thing though. That final wish. We're finally going to be leaving the capital behind today. All that training and indulgence has led to this. I can't help but feel nervous. The start of a journey is never easy. I'm going on an adventure! Gwen and Kira will be with me though. With their gifts of stone and lightning, what could possibly beat us? Exactly. I just hope we don't encounter one of those siege beasts that Kira mentioned. Farseeing wouldn't help me at all with that. Maybe you could control their minds. I mean, maybe that's, one of its main benefits besides spying. Ardena told us that she would personally send us on our way. Oh, so we're leaving today? I'm still not ready to face her after what happened the other night, okay? Well, maybe what she said was literal. She'll probably banish me from the city for spying on her. Either way, it's a nervous wait as we stand in the training grounds. The novices have come to watch us leave too. Their support makes quite a difference, though they're completely silent at the moment. The tension in the air is so thick that you could cut it with a blade. There's no excitement about going on an adventure anymore, just a sense of anticipation. All three of us just stand around idly, waiting for the Empress to see us off. Oh god. We're all afraid. I can feel it. Only Kira knows what we may see while we're in the mires. Gwyn and I have only a vague idea. I know that Gwyn is a lot more afraid than I am, though. She shuffles back and forth nervously, triple checking that she has everything she needs in her bags. I swear that I see a spark or two fly from her fingertips as she waits. Hopefully she doesn't call a bolt of lightning by mistake. Kira doesn't seem to be doing much better. She's brooding to herself, her face fixed into a deep, scary-looking scowl. Over and over again, she taps her boot-covered foot on the bare dirt beneath her. No one's saying anything. We all know what everyone is thinking. We've had our speeches about courage and reassured each other through this whole month. Indulged in our luxuries and finished whatever business we may have had in the capital. Well, I don't think Gwyn has, but I suppose she has. But now that we're here, we're terrified. I can't let my fears overtake me, though. This is finally a chance to return to my old home. Most importantly, this is a chance to be a heroine. Hopefully not a dead heroine, no. Reassure everyone? Let's save. Because I think that could lead to a bad out. I know we're all afraid, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, you're speaking to someone who has experience. This is what we've been training for, right? No one responds. We just fall back into the same brooding silence. Ah, shite. Gwyn also tries to break her. Kira, you've been to the mines before, right? Yes. A very short reply. Do you think we'll make it? I don't know. Oh god, no. She's obviously not feeling very friendly at the moment. Gwyn lowers her eyes after Kira's blunt dismissal. Okay, I won't ask. Sorry. Thank you. She looks really tense. Tenser than I've seen her ever. Going into the mires must have her nervous too. We've all been told how foul the mires are and how nothing wholesome grows within them. Kira knows all about it firsthand now. To willingly return to somewhere as evil as the mires are, I can only admire her bravery. If she can confront her fears, then I can too. Well then, do you think you're ready? As ready as I can be. I can't exactly turn my skin into stone or throw lightning though. We'll use you to scout the area when we set up camp. You should be able to use your farseeing while you're there, right? That's a good point. I can't farsee into the mires from here, but it might be a different story once I'm there. It's possible. I can use my farseeing to get a bird's eye view if we need it. Good. You're going to make sure that we don't get lost. I can climb to the treetops and set markers to keep track of our progress. Markers? Oh, kind of like how in the olden days they have chiseled stone to mark the way through the forests. Why do you have to place them on treetops though? Because we can't afford to backtrack to see where we're going. These markers are enchanted to remain in the air for extended periods of time. We merely have to look into the sky to see where we're going. Is that all we're going to rely on? No, the Empress assured me that she would give us the means to navigate through the forest. Between that and the beacons, we should be able to find our way. Thank God for that. She seems really concerned with knowing exactly where we are in the mires. Did I say not knowing? It's nice to know that we aren't going to get lost then. That is the least of our worries, Gwyn. There are much worse things than getting lost out there. Right. Anyway, I'm going to need you two to watch my back when I'm setting the beacons. There are a number of monsters that wander through the treetops. They're not stupid, so don't treat them like they are. As we discuss Kira's plans for navigating the mires, An ethereal figure steps out from the entrance to the training grounds. Ardena, our Empress, has finally arrived. Kira grows silent as she watches Ardena slowly approach us. Greetings, Empress. Greetings, Kira. I trust you have been busy training as always. Oh God. Yes, we are ready as we'll ever be. I'm glad to hear that. Slowly she turns to look at Gwyn. What of you, Gwyn? Have you learned to control your gift yet? As much as I can, your Empress. She seems to be sizing us up, measuring our worthiness. You are all ready. You have no idea how grateful I am for your help. I so sincerely wish I could join you in person, but I have my duties here. To abandon all of these people when they're so afraid would not be fitting for an Empress. You have my blessings, and I will make sure to keep in touch with you. Both Gwyn and Kira look at each other skeptically. My Empress, how exactly do you plan to do that? She's gonna dom us in it. With what looks like a smirk on her face, the Empress looks over at me. I have my means, Gwyn. Oh, shite. You will know when you see it. Now, what exactly does she mean by that? How could she possibly help us out there? We have to rely on our own wits and skills in the mires, as Kira has been telling me for the last few weeks. Well, there's no point in delaying this any further. We're marching to the mires. Come on, you two. There's not much I can do to argue about that. It's finally time to go and face my fears. Before we leave, Ardena reaches out to me. There's something clasped in her hand. Take it. What could she be giving me at the last moment? As I reach forward, she presses something hard and circular into my hand. Looking more closely, I find it's a strange looking compass. It only points north. A tiny shard of some kind of crystal sits in the middle of it. The shard hovers just below the glass surface. Where's it pointing to exactly? Where you want to go. This will help you find the star. I would not be so foolish as to send you in there with no means of finding your way. Even with your farsee and Akira's plan, if you were to become lost in the mires, you would never find your way out. The very trees and ground will move against you to ensure you lose your way. I cannot let that weigh on my conscience to simply send you to die. So consider this my parting gift to you. Please, for the sake of the entire Empire, make it back alive. The gravity of what I'm doing fully weighs on me if she says that. I'm going to be leaving the capital for the first time in many years. Some part of me is glad to be going, but leaving the capital behind to explore the mires. Now that I'm actually here, the full consequences of my actions became apparent. I'm going to explore in one of the most dangerous places imaginable. A place for which it is said that no one has ever emerged alive from before. Oh God, her face. To find a fallen star which has some significance that I can only guess at. Would I have agreed to this if it were anyone but the Empress asking me to do it? Probably not. I have seen many things during my time in Len. I've known life, love, death. I've known that, above all else, life is fragile. So protect your life. Protect the lives of your fellow warriors. Go now. The mires await you. I won't let you down. I will not let you down, Empress. We will return. I believe in you all. So safe travels. Yay! She turns her back to us, leaving the training grounds in her usual graceful manner. We're fucked. There's no turning back now. Indeed, it's time to face the mires. Da-da, da-da, da-da. What did I say? It was a long trip from the capital to the walls. The guards at the wall had pleaded with us not to leave, but that obviously wasn't something we could do. The green grassy plains quickly gave way to sickly and disgusting swamp. all of this filth and decay that I'm walking through now. It's finally strangely familiar. I can't quite remember where I have seen anything like this before though. Please don't say we're going to get a choice between saving. Thick, sickly looking undergrowth creeps across fetid ground. It's as if the plants are swallowing the very land with its growth. Merely taking a step is enough to make your blood turn to ice. The squelching noises that echoes from stepping on the ground is nauseating. The vines hanging in front of my face seem to have warts and sites growing on them. That doesn't sound good. And this music. Everything about this place is dark, damp and disgusting. The sun barely makes it through the canopy, giving us only a few rays of light to see where we're walking. Oh my. I can't help but notice that it feels like we're being watched too. We are. It was a premonition. Whenever I went to the gardens in the capital, they were always bursting with life and animals. Here, everything is silent. It's as if the entire forest is dead. Yet, I was told that there were all kinds of beasts that wandered the mires. Are they all hiding from us? Or can we simply not see them in the dark undergrowth? Kira seems to not be so worried by her surroundings though. Looking at her push forward fearlessly renews my own resolve. Gwyn isn't coping so well though. Everything here feels so wrong. There's always that one person. It's all filthy and cankerous. I knew the books I read described this as a sickness, but it's different to see it in person. All this foul mud and slime and vines and insects. It'll be alright. It'll be alright, Gwyn. Stop talking. Spend more time listening. Kira's acting as the instructor once again. We try to follow the path Kira makes for us through the mud, but even then it's hard work. Gwyn seems to be having the most trouble with it. All those skipped training sessions to attend to scholarly duties have caught up with her. Oh god, but she can wear that armour, so I suppose it isn't too much of a bother for her. Her armour is coated in mud and other foul substances. She looks absolutely miserable. So much mud. Oh god, she misses the bath. Why must there be so much mud? Kira barely looks back when she responds. Because it's Swampland. Swampland. A cleverman. While that's true, she could be a bit more sympathetic than that. Come on, Gwyn. You'll be fine. There'll be lots of hot baths when we get home. My words only seem to make her more unhappy. When will we get home then? Oh, for crying out loud, Gwyn! When we retrieve the star. The Empress wouldn't be pleased if we returned without it. Hearing that really upsets Gwyn. Use the compass! But she does her best not to show it. She doesn't want to falter before we even get there. I would trade my noble birth for some courage right now. Don't worry, Kira and I are here. You're going to be fine. And then here comes that monster. That comforts her a little bit. Just enough for her to keep going. This is going to be a very long trip for us, I think. We have to keep our spirits up if we're going to make it to the star. We don't even know if it actually landed in the mires either. It was somewhere far to the north. I'm not sure how far. There hasn't been anyone who's ventured beyond the mires in a very long time. It's unknown what lies beyond this foul swamp. What if there's even darker places waiting for us ahead of this rancid forest? Oh, fuckity fuck. As we walk along, something splatters me in the face, causing me to stop. Whatever it is, it's slimy and cold. Of course. Of course.